We're looking at the difference of two squares, exercise 212. The rule, you know this factorisation already. A squared minus b squared is equal to bracket a plus b, a minus b. Just going to look at some that are a little bit different. 4a squared minus 9b squared, they're both square terms, but you know, I think to minimise errors, you should really write it as 2a all squared minus what? 3b all squared. It is much better to do that, otherwise you might make a mistake. And then you clearly have your a squared minus b squared is a, the first thing, plus b, and the first thing minus b. Alright, so if you write it out as, yes, that looks like a perfect square, and so does the 9b squared, I've got 2a all squared minus 3b all squared, that is a, it'll be plus b, a minus b. All right, otherwise, you know, some people might put the 9 there instead of a 3, or a 4 instead of a 2. Okay, be careful with this one. This is of the format a squared minus b squared. Your a is a minus 1, but your b is, you want a plus or minus first? Do you want to do a plus b, a minus b, or a minus b, a plus b? It doesn't matter, but this is your a. Do you know what I mean? Or you could call it x if you wanted. I'll call it x. X minus y, x plus y, or x plus y, x minus y. So that's the first thing. I'll go plus first. Plus this. You don't. And then the first thing minus the second one. I probably didn't need the brackets for the first one, but I've just put it. So what have you got? A plus, B, what are the numbers? Yeah, minus 1 plus 2 is plus 1. And the second one will be A minus B. But what about, you've got minus 1 what? Minus 1 plus 2, haven't you? A minus 1 minus B plus 2. So it's going to be plus what? Be careful, all right? So it's a plus b plus 1, a minus b plus 1. Look, if you feel you have to write another line and expand it, expand it. Look, I'll go a minus 1 plus b plus 2, bracket a minus 1 minus b plus 2. You don't want to lose a mark for a silly mistake. If you have to write that extra line in between, have I made a mistake? It is. Minus 2, that's a minus 2, this is a minus 3. Geez. Okay. Now, this one, how would you write it first up? Y over 3 squared minus 1 squared is a plus b, a minus b. Okay? Just be careful with the next one as well. It's similar. It's pretty much the same as that one up there. Why don't you just do it and not make a mistake like I did? So question 21 you can do, and then we'll look at 23. See, you've got your a squared minus b squared. You know, with your plus one, you don't need all the extra brackets, really. All right, so you've got your a plus b. And you don't need brackets around the first bit either. A minus, but you need them here. Or you do minus 2y minus 1 straight away. Do you know what I mean? Because these are all both positive things, look, it's okay. A plus b is, you don't need the brackets. And the a, you don't need a bracket. Minus that. So you've just got x plus 2y plus 3. What do we got here? X minus 2y, what? Plus 1. Because it's plus 2 minus 1. All right, now just the last one, be careful. It's meant to be a difference of 2 squares. It's a difference of 2 squares. How are you going to write the first one? Well, 3x cubed squared minus what? 2y squared. Okay, so it'll be 3x, and just double check that is 9x to the 6, yes. So it's a, go that extra line of working here, then do that, okay? With the next one, 3 squared is 9, x cubed squared is x to the power of 6, so it's a plus b, a minus b. Okay? So just taking care with those ones. That last one was question 23. Okay, we're looking at the sums and differences of two cubes. This one is the sum of two cubes. See, a cubed plus b cubed. This is the factorisation for it. It's a plus b bracket a squared minus ab plus b squared. I believe it is on your formula sheet. But you know this second bit, it's almost like the perfect square expansion, except it's missing the 2. Can you see that? And you know the a cubed plus b cubed has the a plus b in brackets first, and there is one, the next available sign has the minus. I'll stress a little bit more of that later. But proof, let's just start with the right-hand side and show that we do get the left-hand side. So that is equal to, let's expand, multiplying each term by a. You get a cubed minus a squared b plus ab squared. And then let's multiply each term by b plus ba squared minus ab squared plus b cubed. And a squared b minus a squared b plus a squared b, they cancel. ab squared minus ab squared, they cancel. We can see it's a cubed plus b cubed. So you need to highlight this one. A cubed plus b cubed. Alright. That is the sum of two cubes. Then we've got the difference of two cubes. A cubed minus b cubed. Now, it's very similar to what we've got up there. See, the a cubed plus b cubed starts with an a plus b. What do you think this one starts with? An a minus b. Good. And the other thing I said was there is only one negative sign in the whole thing, in each of them. This one has the plus here, so the next available is a minus. This one is the same as the other one, but everything's plus, because there's only one plus sign, one minus sign in the whole thing. So it's a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. You can think of it like it's almost the perfect square, but the middle term doesn't have the 2 in front of it. There is only one minus sign, and it's there. The rest have to be positive. And there's only one minus sign in this one. And the plus cube, a cubed plus b cubed, makes sense that it's the a plus b first. And the a cubed minus b cubed makes sense that it's the a minus b, a minus b first. Let's just do the proof, starting with that right-hand side. A minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. Expanding it, let's multiply each term by a. We get a cubed plus a squared b plus ab squared. And multiplying each term by minus b, so it's minus b a squared minus ab squared plus b cubed. Oh no, minus b cubed, sorry. And I'm off screen. And you can see a squared b minus b a squared, they cancel. ab squared minus ab squared cancel. And that's also a cubed minus b cubed. So these are your two new rules for sums and differences of two cubes. One is, I would encourage you to write it as a cubed minus b cubed, like that, even though it's a 1. 1 cubed minus x cubed. All right, do you remember what I said about this rule? So your a is 1 and your b is x. So isn't it a minus b, which is 1 minus x? A squared is 1 squared, got it? Plus a times b is 1 times x plus b squared is x squared. I'm just going to write here that a is 1 because it's new, and b is x in this case. So we've got a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared. So therefore it is 1 minus x, 1 plus x squared. And that's fine, you don't have to write the x squared term first or anything. Okay, with the next one, please, please write down write it in the format of a cubed minus b cubed. What have you got? What's a? So it's 2x cubed minus, or plus this time, what's 27? 3 cubed is 27, so 3y cubed. So in this one, your a is 2x and your b is 3y. So remember this rule? The a cubed plus b cubed is the a plus b. It starts with plus. So this rule is a plus b. And remember, the second bit is like the perfect square without the 2, but the first available space is a negative. So then we've got a squared minus a times b plus b squared. So I've got 2x plus 3y, 2x all squared minus 2x times 3y plus 3y all squared, which is 2x plus 3y, 4x squared minus 6xy plus 9y squared. Please write it in the form of a cubed minus b cubed before you start. So it's x over 2 cubed minus 3 cubed. So the rule is, for the one that is the minus, you do your minus first. So it's a x over 2 minus 3, close bracket. If you want, do you want me to write them individually squared, or do you want me to work it out? X over 2 squared is what? Do you want me to write it as x bracket over 2 squared, or just put the answer? X, you know, x over 2 squared is that. But remember, then it's the 3 times, what do we do now? Plus 3x over 2, because it's x over 2 times 3. Please do not introduce another negative. All right? Because the rule is a cubed plus b cubed is a plus b, and then the next available spot is the minus. Everything else is plus. All right? So we've got a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared would be 9. I mean, I can write it as 3 squared. Do you want me to write it? I can show all the workings, so we're just new. You want me to do that? I'll show you the intermediate line. It would have been this. X minus 2 over 3. You could have written it like this. X over 2 squared plus x over 2 times 3 plus 3 squared. If you wanted, you could have inserted that in there. That's just showing that extra line of working. Be very, very careful with the next one. So you've got a cubed plus b cubed. And I think we need to start down here. I don't think I'm going to fit it on that line. Okay, so what's the rule with the plus one? A plus b. I'm not putting brackets around either of them because it's just that plus that. Then what's the next one? I do need some brackets here, but what do I need? What's the next thing? See, my a is x plus 1 and my b is y minus 2. So I've got a squared is x plus 1 squared minus, very good, minus those two multiplied by each other, x plus 1 times y minus 2, plus whatever b is squared, y minus 2 all squared. X plus y what? Minus 1 bracket. Let's expand. What have we got? X squared plus 2x plus 1. I'd be careful here. I'd be expanding this. We're going to have to take an extra row, but it's best to take an extra row instead of losing a mark. Minus, let's expand, xy minus 2x plus y minus 2, all in brackets because it's take away all of that, plus, I don't need brackets here because it's plus, y squared minus 4y minus 2 times that plus 4. Close bracket. Equals x plus y minus 1 bracket. X squared plus 2x plus 1 minus xy, keep going, plus 2x minus y plus 2 plus y squared minus 4y plus 4. And collecting your like terms, x plus y plus 1, let's go. Any other x squareds? Plus 4x, let's do the, yeah, we can do, yep, the minus xy. Let's do the y squared next. Let's do the y's, minus 5y. So we did the x squareds, the x's, the xy's, then we did the y squareds, the y's. I think it's just the numbers left. Plus 1, plus 2, that's plus 3, plus 4 is plus 7. Okay, and the last question here. Oh, actually, you've got to be careful here. What am I going to do with this 8 business? So it's going to be 2 bracket a plus 3 square bracket cubed. That is now a cubed minus b cubed equals. You okay with that? So make sure you include that 2 in. Now you can use difference of 2 cubes, which is going to be a, which is 2 bracket a plus 3. So there's your a minus b. And now we've got a squared, which is 2 bracket a plus 3 all squared plus a times b. So 2 bracket a plus 3 all squared plus 2a plus 3 times b plus b squared. Which is, you may as well, I think you're going to need to expand now. So what have you got? 2a plus 6 minus b. Can we just square this 2 first? So we've got 4 bracket, got it? Square the 2 and now do your a plus 3 squared. You could have actually squared the 2a plus 6 instead. Do you know what I mean? And saved a step. You can do that. Anyone want to do that? Because I have a feeling we're going to expand anyway. So let's just come back here. How about we write 2a plus 6? Because I think we're going to have to multiply them all by 4 anyway. See, because you've got 2a plus 6. Let's just square that. Are we okay with that? Because it's that. All right, so what have we got? Isn't it 4a? So it's 4a squared plus, remember this is a perfect square, don't forget to multiply by the 2. 2 times 2a times 6 plus 36 plus, what's this going to be? 2ab plus, just pretend the b's in front, plus 6b plus b squared. Try not to miss out, because you're doing, see, that would have been best if, you know what, I should have just done 2a plus 6. Can you see? Look, I should have done it like this. 2a plus 6 cubed minus b cubed, because I've had to expand this 2a plus 2 bracket. No, it's correct, because it's 2 times that times the b. Pretend the b's in the front. It's 2ba, and 2b times 3 is 6b. Expand this, and here we're going to have to expand this. We probably should have, instead of cubing this, we should have made it 2a plus 6 and cubed minus b cubed and gone from there instead. You'll still get the same answer, but you just got to make sure you don't mess up here. Pretend the b's in the front there. 2ba plus 2b times 3 is 6b. So you've got 2a, try and put the a's and the b's first. 2a minus b plus 6. And we've got 4a squared. Haven't I got, what, 24a? Any other a's? 24a plus, I don't care where they all go, 36 plus 2ab plus 6b plus b squared. None of them are the same, so. Having a look at 214, these are all mixed factorizations. But before you start any of these, you should always take out any common factors first. So in question 1, I'd be factorising out the 2. 2 bracket x squared minus 9. Then what would you do? Then you've got a difference of 2 squares. I'd be taking out the 3 first here. I'd be taking out the 5, factorising it out first. I'd be factorising out a 2 here. I'd be taking out a 5. All right. Oh, question 6. Let's have a look at this one. Let's do question 6. So, exercise 214, we're going to look at question 6. And before we look at that, question 3, I'd take out the 3. What about, question 7, you'd take out a 3. You'd take out an AB with question 8 first. It's not a cubic one. It's a difference of 2 squares once you do that. Take out your 2 with question 10. What about 15? What sort of question is 15? It could be difference, and we're going to do it 2 ways, question 15. So we're going to look at that one. So I want to do question 15 as well. So we're going to do question 6 and 15. What do you think you'd do with question, you know how I was saying question 19? We're going to have a look at that one too. So we're also going to have a look at question 19. And what about the ones with 4 terms? What are they? The ones with 4 terms. How do you do those ones? Factorising in pairs. Please always take out your common factor. 26 is not a cubic type. Once you take out your common factors, it's a difference of 2 squares. But I think 27 is your cubic type. We could do, yeah, all right? So you're going to be doing these. Always take out your common factors, and like for example in 29 you can take out a 4 and a k to start with. You okay there? And then you'll actually have an easier type of question. All right? And here for question 30 you take your 3 out first. So let's look at the ones we said we would do. 214 we've got mixed factorisations. All right, what are you going to do with this? You can do crisscross. I would just take the negative out the front. The best thing is to write this as, I'll do it under here, negative out the front. And what do I write now? If I pull out the negative, what do I write? 2x squared, what do I do now? Minus 11x plus 12. Now I can do my little crisscross with 2x and x. See, I'm not trying to factorise, do a trinomial with a negative, you see. So I've got 2x and x, and you keep going. Think of your factors of 12. You're either going to do, probably not 12 and 1. All right. You're going to do 3 and 4 or 6 and 2? Must go 4 here and 3 there. Yeah. Okay. So what should these both be? Both negative. And of course, you would check your answer. Minus 2x minus 3, x minus 4. So let's have a look. We've got 2x squared minus 8x minus 3x plus 12. Good. That's it. You're done. But put your minus out. Now, let's say you decided, I don't know if any of you are comfortable to try and factorise without taking the negative out. We can try the crisscross without taking the negative out. How would you do that? You have to go 2x, x, and decide to make one of them negative, if you were to do that. All right, so you've got sort of double trouble. But then you'd have to do the 4 and the 3, one of them positive. Do you know what I mean? And one of them negative. This is a lot more complicated. Do you think you're going to do this method? Because I wouldn't. Let's try the 4 and the 3. One of them positive, one of them negative. This, you can see, is a lot more complicated. See, I need plus 8x plus 3x. So if I go minus 2x times minus 4, see how it's more complicated? Don't do it this way. All right? Look, that will work. I've got bracket negative 2x plus 3 bracket x minus 4. Yes, it does work. Minus 2x squared plus 8x plus 3x minus 12. But can you see the difference between these two? All that they've done, the only difference here is that the negative's been pulled out of this bracket. And if I pull the negative out, don't I have negative bracket 2x what? Minus 3. See how it's exactly the same now as what's up there? But please, just pull the negative out at the beginning. Makes your life a lot easier. I wouldn't want to be trying to work this out. Not when I'm under stress. Okay, next one. Remember we said we could do this two different ways. We can do it as a cubic factorization or as a difference of two squares. So let's try difference of, what do you want to do? Difference of two squares first? If we do difference of two squares, it's x cubed squared minus 1 squared. All right, which is a minus b, a plus b, a minus b, a plus b. But guess what? You have to factorize that again. And I'm wondering, each of these is a sum and difference of two cubes now. So I'm wondering if the other way would have been quicker, but it doesn't matter. I'm bringing my equals in here because I need the room. Do you know how to, you remember this is x cubed minus 1 cubed. How do you do this one? X minus 1, x squared plus 1x, which is plus x plus 1 squared. And then the second one is x plus 1. Same numbers as the other one, but there's a difference. X squared minus x plus 1. And I'd say that is completely factorized. Now let's say you didn't go with the difference of two squares, that you went with difference of two cubes. Because there's two ways you can go with 6. 3 times 2 is 6, or 2 times 3 is 6. Let's have a look. X to the power of 6 minus 1. We could have done it as x squared cubed minus 1 cubed. So using our a cubed minus b cubed, we've got a minus b, a squared plus ab plus b squared, which is x minus 1, that's a difference of two squares, x minus 1, x plus 1. This, you can't factorize this. So that actually, this wasn't the best way to go. All right? Because what two numbers multiply to give 1 but add up to give 1, I can't think of them. There aren't. It'd have to be solved using the quadratic formula. And we're not, and you'd probably get a negative. Maybe. All right? B squared, yeah, you would. All right, wait, one more. And so the first method was best. Now this one, what are we going to pull out first? 3 bracket 8 minus b cubed. You can still, just to help yourself along, write it as 2 cubed minus b cubed. All good? Please do that. Write that extra line. And it's, you know, a minus b, 2 minus b, what else? Yeah, so it's 4 plus 2b plus b squared. And you're done.